today on Rappler. Leila de Lima's co-accused asked a Muntinlupa judge to inhibit due to conflict of interest. 50 policemen and generals face criminal complaints over the 6.7 billion peso shabu scandal. A study finds local politicians lead in filing libel cases against journalists in the Philippines. The Hollywood Foreign Press Association shuts down following the sale of the Golden Globe Awards. Leren Bautista speaks up on her alleged romance with basketball player Ricci Rivero. Fans of K-pop powerhouse BTS celebrate its 10-year anniversary. And calling all beach lovers, here's a travel guide to the islands of Leyte and Biliran. Former Senator Leila de Lima's co-accused in her third drug case asks Muntinlupa Judge Romeo Buenaventura to inhibit from the case due to a conflict of interest. In a motion, Janelle Sanchez, Ronnie Dayan, and Franklin Jesus Bukayu say Judge Buenaventura is the brother of the lawyer who, quote, assisted Dayan in the execution of his affidavit, which Dayan later testified to be coerced. Sanchez adds the judge's sibling also served as a legal advisor to the late lawmaker Rinaldo Umali, who chaired the House Committee on Justice, which subpoenaed Sanchez to testify in October 2016. Sanchez says the presiding judge never disclosed his relationship to the lawyer, which is, quote, relevant and material to the judge's impartiality. If the motions are granted, one of de Lima's lawyers says the trial for the pending case will just pick up from where they left off. The National Police Commission and the Philippine National Police filed criminal complaints against 50 policemen, including police generals, over the 6.7 billion peso shabu mess hounding the National Police. Interior Secretary Benhur Abalos announces they had filed the criminal complaints with the Office of the Ombudsman. A handout from the DILG shows 12 high-ranking or commissioned officers face criminal complaints. The highest-ranking policeman is former PNP Deputy Chief for Operations, Benjamin Santos Jr. Abalos says 48 of the law enforcers appeared in a closed-circuit television footage, one of the bases for the complaint. 2 policemen allegedly conspired with the 48. A study commissioned by the National Union of Journalists of the Philippines shows local politicians take the lead in filing criminal cases of libel and cyber libel against journalists. The study found local politicians accounted for 61% of the cases, with 11 cases involving mayors, 7 involving governors, 3 involving congressional representatives, 2 involving barangay chairpersons, and 1 involving a provincial board member. The study also says government offices accounted for 12.8% of the cases, followed by private individuals at 15.4%, police officers at 7.7%, and religious groups at 2.6%. The study was based on NUJP monitoring of at least 50 Filipino journalists who are facing libel and cyber libel cases from June 2016 to March 2023. United Nations Special Rapporteur on Free Expression Irene Khan noted that criminal libel laws are, quote, used against journalists who criticize the government. The NUJP and Rappler call for the decriminalization of libel. The Golden Globe Awards is sold to a new owner, shutting down the Hollywood Foreign Press Association. Eldridge Industries buys the Golden Globe assets, which will continue to manage the awards telecast. This comes after the HFPA struggled to repair its reputation after a Hollywood backlash over its ethics and lack of diversity. This led U.S. television network NBC to drop the Golden Globe ceremony in 2022. An Eldridge Industries spokesperson assures all of the 310 current voters will be eligible to cast ballots for the next ceremony in January 2024. NBC aired the ceremony again in 2023, but no network has signed up to run the 2024 ceremony. Beauty queen turned politician Leren Bautista comments on her alleged romantic involvement with basketball player Ricci Rivero. In a statement, Leren's camp says, quote, these claims are entirely false and have no basis in reality. Leren and Richie sparked dating rumors after the athlete spent his birthday with Leren at an outreach event in Los Baños. Richie also shared an Instagram story of himself, which he later deleted, taken by Leren. This prompted social media users to tag Leren as the third party between Richie and actress Andrea Brillantes. Leren's office says the outreach activity with Richie is not an indication of a romantic relationship. Richie had hinted on a split with Andrea, but as of writing, the actress has yet to address the issue. Fans of K-pop powerhouse BTS gather in Seoul, South Korea to celebrate the 10-year anniversary of the boy band's debut. Although the group is on hiatus with 2 members in military service, their loyal fan base called ARMY still gather in Seoul. Landmarks such as Seoul City Hall and Namsan Tower are lit with BTS's signature color purple. The city of Seoul is setting up a tour of landmarks associated with BTS, while the Postal Service releases special commemorative stamps. BTS is the best-selling artist in South Korean history, having sold more than 40 million albums, and the first non-English-speaking act to sell out concerts at Wembley Stadium and the Rose Bowl. Member Jungkook tells fans on Twitter, "I want to keep walking with you all for the next 10 years as well." Calling all beach lovers, looking for an underrated island getaway? The islands of Leyte and Biliran could be for you. Travel to Tacloban City is easily accessible by plane or bus. From there are regular vans traveling between Tacloban in Leyte and Naval in Biliran. A must-visit destination is Calangaman Island in Palompon, Leyte. The beach has powdery white sand and the water is crystal clear and blue. Tinago and Ulan-Ulan, 2 of Biliran's most popular waterfalls, are also a must-see, as well as the pristine beach and fetching view of Sambawan Island. Read Rappler.com for a detailed rundown of the costs of the day tours and overnight costs for foreigners and local tourists. And that's today's wrap. I'm Nina Liu. Thank you for watching. Click the link below for the full story. Follow us on Rappler's YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.